Hi, Jason. My name is Sean Everett. I'm the website analysis expert at Zucker Marketing. Thanks so much for talking with Eric. He sent your website over to me for analysis. I won't waste another second. Let's get right into it. Now, the first thing I do when I analyze a site, it's not really about the aesthetics of it. You have a beautiful site, no doubt about it. Getting somebody here, they are going to click into it. But the beauty of the site, that's what that does. It gets people to click into it. It doesn't get them there. What gets them there is what is contained in the interior of your website, in the guts of it, if you will. And I'm going to show you exactly what I do when I analyze a website. Now, the first thing I do is I go and I use this paid tool. I'm going to come back to it. It shows me the metrics of your site. The next thing I do is I look at a map of your general area and I take note of the smaller areas around, La Junta, Willow Park, Everman. All of those sorts of areas could be useful to you on your website. I'll show you how. Now, the third thing I do is I go and I do a Google search. Now, the Google search is something that is absolutely necessary for a business anymore. And I wish I had stock in Google. I do not. I'm not trying to sell you Google. But Google is the gorilla in the search world industry. And when the gorilla wants to dance, well, you dance. So we're just trying to satisfy the Google algorithm that decides the order of things on a Google search. Now, we know what the algorithm is. That's not a secret. But the way to get on a Google search, you have to kind of know what those parameters are, and I'm going to describe them to you now. Now, the first thing you're seeing here is a paid one, Firehouse Roofing. They're up at the top. The next things you see down here are part of the map pack. We call them the map pack because they're attached to a map, and we're not very creative that way. So here are the folks in the map pack. And they got there by going and filling out a Google business profile. I don't know if you've done that yet. If you haven't, you can do it this afternoon, this evening. You don't need me for that. Go there. It's like a Facebook profile. It's going to ask you a bunch of questions about your business. What year did you start? What are your daily hours? There's tick boxes to describe those. It's going to ask for your actual physical address so it can put you on the map. That's how those folks got here. They were smart enough to do a Google business profile. Now, the next thing underneath that are what we call the organic search results. Now, the organic search results are wholly the result of the Google algorithm. And the Google algorithm rewards thoroughness, and it rewards, so for instance, when you fill this out, be very thorough. And on your website, be very thorough when it comes to satisfying the needs of the algorithm. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here is your website. I'm going to select all, copy and paste into this word count. And now I'm going to show you who your number one Google competitor is, and that is these folks here, Tarrant Roofing. They are the first roofers that show up in a Google search, just a regular Google search without doing anything special. This is completely determined by the Google algorithm. Here is their site. Nothing special. I don't think it is fully loaded yet. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff they have in here. Oh yeah, that's a lot. I'm going to do the same for them. I'm going to select all, copy and paste into this word counter. They have 459 words, so you beat them. Here's something that they have done that is really good. Remember those small communities that I was talking about? They have included all of them. And the thing is that if you live in Timberland Park, you want a Timberland Park roofer because people like to hire local, they like to buy local. So, for instance, on your site, do you have the best roofer in Austin? Let me find out. I'm going to type best, and I don't see that word even come up on your website. Don't be shy. Call yourself the best roofer in Austin. Call yourself the best roofer in Willow Park. Call yourself the best roofer in Carter. Have those somewhere on the back of your site so that when people type that in, it will come up as your site. I mean, if you want somebody to come to your site when they type a gorilla eats a banana, you have to have it on your site. If you don't have all of those communities on your site, you're missing an opportunity. So the other thing that you're missing here is Google wants content, and they have 459 words, and yet they win in the content area. I'm going to show you how. Because words are not equal, obviously. Here is your website. You have 118 keywords. Now that's the key right there. It's keywords. Keywords are the result of a Google amalgamation of all the roofers in your area. It doesn't know that it's collecting roofers. It just knows what sites come up when somebody searches for something. It takes all of those sites together. It strips out all of the words, and it makes a list. Now that list of words from top to bottom becomes the keywords. And this is what they have, your competitor, for keywords, 1,800 versus your 118. So they win in terms of the numerical aspect of it. But let's see what their organic keywords are. Tarrant Roofing, obviously somebody looking specifically for them. They obviously do roofing in different places, but roofing Fort Worth roofing. All of these variations are satisfied on their website in that order. There's also going to be variations between roofing and roofers, contractors and companies or company, singulars and plurals. There's going to be question like roof repair. How long does a roof last in Texas? Where should your insulation be when you re-roof? All sorts of questions like that. Anybody who types in questions about their roofing experience, if you don't have that question answered on your website, you're not going to come up. It's as simple as that. So you need to figure out what more of these keywords are and get them on. You do not have to meet 1,800. It would be great if you had 1,900 or 1,801. But you don't have to do that as long as your keywords are the right keywords. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is the backlinks. The backlinks are other sites that have you on them. Like Angie's List or Yellow Pages or even Craigslist, something like that. You have 787. Toronto has 2.1 thousand. So, again, they win in that little area. Here's the sites that they are on: Crunchbase, Expertise.com, Yellow Pages, This Old House, Super Pages, Owens Corning. They must use Owens Corning products. Whatever products you use for roofing, you might want to say, hey, can I get on your website? Or, hey, why aren't I on your website? And then you can do that. Now, here is where the rubber hits the road. Both of those numbers really refer to this number, which is, the placement of those determines this. If you are high up in a search, you're going to have different results. You had 21 clicks last month from a Google search, and Toronto had 3,400. I don't need to tell you that the larger number probably resulted in more requests for estimates, more potential customers, and ultimately more money in your pocket. Here's what most people do when they look for something on Google. I'm going to scroll all the way down quickly. Boom, it bounce stops here on related searches. Anything that's above that is what people think, oh, I don't need anything more than that. And I do not see you here at the top before the bump stop. So getting to the top, it's obvious how to do it, and it's obvious what the results are. You're not just competing in the physical world, you're also competing in the virtual world, in the Google world, as it were, because they decide where things go, and that can really help your business. Now, I'm going to assume that you would rather spend more time on roofing solutions that last than you are in digging around the guts of your website. So that being the case, this is where maybe Eric could give you a hand. If the things that I've told you make sense, and you can check them out yourself, you can check all of these metrics out, then give Eric a call and he would be happy to guide you through the next steps. Thank you so much.